Tell me about your hat. How come your hat look funny?
It looks funny
What kind of
to
hat is
you? It's called a pussy hat.
So you got your pussy on your head?
That's right.
That's an interesting place to wear it.
I know.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Raw Media, where we bring you all the real and woke. Today we're going on a cringe binge with some good old funny public humiliation clips. We start things off with Greta Thunberg, the young Swedish activist. She took part in a panel where she was asked what message she would like to send to Trump and others about dealing with the environment, but it appears that she bit off a bit more than she could chew.
Yeah. I think what we want to send is, the message we want to send is to say that we have had enough. And anyone else wants to answer that question? I can't speak on behalf of everyone.
Anyone wants to answer about the message to world leaders?
I think maybe you should give some questions to the others as well.
And SJW came on the news to speak about how the AC in the workplace is sexist. She claims that the temperature is always set for the men, and she says that women feel the cold more than men.
You can probably tell I've got a cold right now, which I blame all on the AC. And so it's just so actually quite nice to see this research. It's just such a relief to know that there's actually proof that this is happening, that women, do feel the cold more than men, and that the AC in offices is normally regulated more for a male's temperature than a woman's.
This time we have another SJW who tried to pick a fight with Milo Yiannopoulos. To be honest, that's never a good idea. She caused a scene at one of the events he was speaking at, and well, Milo was more than happy to get her back.
Madam, I'm grateful to you for coming, but to be quite honest with you, fuck your feelings.
Are you guys ready to see something really odd? This group of protesters decided to go to HSBC Bank and shatter their windows, but this was done in the most calmest manner ever. Have you ever tried having a civilized conversation or debate with a SJW? Don't try, because it'll never happen. SJWs are there to insult you and complain if you just don't agree with them.
He's innocent until proven guilty. Prove it. What evidence do you have?
What evidence do you have that
I don't have to prove a negative. That's what makes our judicial system so
So
amazing.
you're gonna let a potential assaulter What kind of uncultured swine are you? Tell me! You don't believe her?
Here are some more people who have an issue with some of the names they were being called by men. Sounds reasonable until you hear the names that they're complaining about.
Not even sir gets under my skin quite like my dear. Deliberate misgendering can be frustrating, but it's rarely from malice, at least not from people who matter. It's usually just a misunderstanding or some confusion. My dear, however, well, that's condescending and demeaning. It's dripping with passive aggression and stinks of self-superiority.
Next up, we have a protester who was wearing something pretty questionable. It definitely got the attention of many people, but I'm not too sure if it's for the right reasons.
Tell me about your hat. How come your hat look funny?
It looks funny
What kind of
to
hat is
you? It's called a pussy hat.
So you got your pussy on your head?
That's right.
That's an interesting place to wear it.
I know.
This person found some Trump supporters waving Trump flags in the street, and that alone really triggered him. He even got out of his car and started threatening some of the Trump supporters. Just check this out.
Come on, you want something? Come on, you son of a... Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna hit a minor? We'll pop your ass. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna hit a minor? Yeah. How about him? Yeah. Come on, hit me. Oh, hit me. Oh, shit. Give me your flag, you mother... Get the fuck out of here. What? I swear.
On the show Good Morning Britain, someone was debating that there was a lot of foreigners in London and that the city has become less British because of that. But the presenter disagreed with him, sort of. Just hear what he had to say.
So the question, would it be okay or not?
Would it be okay? I'm trying to get my head around that.
If 50% of the people who lived in London were Scottish,
yes,
would it be okay to say that London has become less English?
Well, if they were Scottish, yeah.
Right, so what's the difference?
We conclude the video with a bunch of protesters who made life really difficult for a truck driver who was just trying to go about their day. A lot of them bombarded the truck and actually tried to climb onto it. Luckily for the truck driver, he got out unharmed and managed to get away. You've been watching Raw Media, guys. Keep it real, and we'll see you in the next video.